Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, welcome to Red State Update. This is Jackie Brawls.
Jackie, would you want to be, and do you think the majority of our listeners, a.k.a. my fans, want to be known as a dunhead or a laphead?
A what head?
A dunhead or a laphead? I'm trying to come up with a name for my burgeoning fan base. And everybody that has a burgeoning fan base, they always put head on the end of their names for the fans. Like Jimmy Buffett fans are Buffett heads. Rush Limbaugh fans were Limbaugh heads. So I'm trying to come up with a good, I don't know if it's the dun head or the lap head. It's the identifying, like there's got to be something where you see somebody out in a crowd.
If it's between dumb head and lap head, I'd go with dumb head.
No, it's not dumb head.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
No. It's not D-U-M-B head.
That's how you dumb head. Yeah.
No, that's not right. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
that's the one easier for me to remember and understand. If you picking out a name to give, your biggest listeners or whatever, call them. Why don't you get on here and call them dumbheads?
No, not dumbheads.
Why would you do that?
I think you're misunderstanding me. I'm saying dunheads.
Oh,
D-U-N-N like Nancy Pelosi. Dun heads or dun babies.
No,
dun daddies. That's for anybody. It does. You don't have to identify as a man baby to be a dun daddy.
I don't think I'm the person that has the best answer for you on these names. I know they all sound the same. I don't know. Any of them, pick one.
Well, welcome, dunheads, lap babies, dun daddies, lap daddies. Lap daddies, not bad.
Dumbheads.
Well, that's not one of the options. That's you're mishearing. You probably got a lot of, what do you call that, ringing in the ears that makes it where you can't hear if you listen to music real loud. Or you drove around with the windows down. What do you call that?
I don't listen to music real loud. What are you talking about? I get a ringing every now and then, but it ain't, it ain't a constant thing. It just every now and then, it's just like a siren going off in your head.
That could be actual sirens.
That's
we
true.
Are in the middle of a pandemic.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I did. You don't remember when I come home and Mama called you up and cussed you out because you turned George Strait up real loud that time you was bringing me home from school. Remember when All My Exes Live in Texas first come out?
Hey, so long ago. I don't remember. I may have had it a little loud. I don't know. I can't remember what the volume was.
For you, it was loud. It was loud.
In the truck.
And I was crying. I had my hands over my ears. I was begging you to turn it down. You were like, yeah. You thought it was the funniest song you ever heard. It reminded me of when Bobby Sue first come out. That was another time you hurt my ears.
Bobby Sue, yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Remember how he goes?
It's been a while.
No, and Bobby Sue, how he goes.
How he goes?
The singer, the one with the voice, the deep voice, and Bobby Sue from the Oak Ridge Boys, in the song Bobby Sue. You remember how it goes?
I can't. I used to go down that low. I can't do it no more. I can't do it. I may. Now, if I was singing along with it, yes, it would have been loud because you have to. You got to get right there in it. You can't just have it. You got to have all the voices in your head to sing along with it. So it probably was loud. It wasn't loud enough for anybody to be crying over it. You was crying because what somebody said about you earlier, a teacher or somebody at school. Because you cried a lot when they pick you up. It don't matter whether the radio's loud or not.
Well, it didn't help. Plus, by the way, all of the lap daddies out there listening right now, all the fan laps, all they wanted was to hear you go, bop, 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 bop. That was it. I set you up perfectly for it. And now people, the rest of the podcast going to be listening to us talk about whatever. I don't know. Is Trump still alive? Is he doing things? Can we wedge him into the title somehow of this episode? All they're going to be thinking about is none of that. They're just going to be thinking, oh, man, I really wanted to hear Jackie sing bop, 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 bop.
Bop, 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 bop.
And okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll give you that. I mean, you're right. Your voice isn't as elastic as it used to be. Your throat is atrophied, I'm sure.
Well, next time somebody got the radio up and they're singing, why don't you, instead of sitting there worrying about whatever your little problem was, start singing with him? Sing along. Now, back then, you wouldn't sing with Jackie. You wouldn't do it. I said, sing along, little. You wouldn't do it. Now, on here, you're singing filthy stuff all the time. You could have been singing, instead of crying, you could have been singing with me.
Did I hurt your feelings?
No, I'm just saying you always take the wrong, that's what led you to where you're at in life now, is taking a wrong turn. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that must feel like it just happened. The fact that I won't sing with you when I was 7, 8 years old.
Well,
what do you want to sing now? I'll sing whatever you want to sing.
I don't want you to sing now, because now it ain't, I might have been able to teach you to sing if you'd have started back in. Now, I can't do it overnight.
I mean, what did you want to, was there something in particular you wanted to sing? You're the reason God made Oklahoma?
No, I wasn't thinking of nothing in particular about us singing together. You figure it out and you come sing it to me, and if I know it, I'll sing along.
Do you know the band Wasp?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm out. I'll do some research. You remember Quiet Riot?
Who is it?
I'm pretty sure they played them on KDF.
No.
Anybody remember KDF? We're going deep Middle Tennessee references. KDF turned country. Remember when KDF, it was a rock station, it turned country?
It's about damn time it did, yeah.
Is this what everybody wants to hear now? Let Trump's out of the White House? Can we just talk about Nashville radio?
Old radio back, yeah, a long time ago.
Coyote McLeod.
Coyote McLeod, yeah. He passed away, no longer with us. But he was he was on a couple different ones, wasn't he?
He hopped around. You know how DJs do. They like a podcast, you just get pigeonholed. Can only do one thing. We're obviously capable of singing and talking about the news and Nashville radio of years gone by. Jerry House has another one.
Everything has its place, yeah. All those things, yeah.
To everything, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn. Come on.
I don't know.
And a time for the living ones to bury you. Remember that one?
No.
The Birds?
Birds.
Is it Birds? You like Birds?
After Hitchcock, yeah.
No.
Scared the hell out of you.
Well, yeah, that's true, but that's not what I'm talking about. Are we done? Should we just wrap it up right now?
What are we doing?
Folks, we're in a transition period now that we've successfully removed, and you can't not credit us for having a hand in getting him out of the White House, setting the stage for his triumphant return in 4 years. But we got rid of Donald Trump, and now Biden's in the office, and we need to be holding his feet to the fire as we promised. But I gotta say, are we not talking about music? Was there anything? Was there another song you wanted to sing?
Joe Biden, he ain't singing nothing. He can't. What? Why?
He can't. He couldn't remember the words, folks. There was a big thing that happened on conservative Twitter today. Everybody's talking about Joe Biden can't remember. He was at a thing today, speaking live, which he doesn't do a lot. They don't let him out in front of microphones. But look at it like this. Who wants, do we need a lot of Joe Biden right now? Do you remember the last president? We kind of need a break from presidents. Like we need a lot of money and we need a minimum wage. There's things we need the president to do, but do we really need him out there talking to us? I don't want to be a simp for Joe Biden. Am I using that right? Jackie, Gen Z?
That's what, yeah. If I see him talking, I usually on the TV, I'm like, okay, and go through it. And somebody will tell me what he said later on, you know.
They can try. Listen, I have a soft spot. I watched him at this event today. I watched the clip that all the conservatives, all the Republicans are saying, I'm so embarrassed. What a train wreck. Get rid of him. This has gone too far. He forgot the name of the Secretary of Defense, according to them. And I saw him do it. He was like, I want to thank the former general. I keep calling him general. My guy runs that whole outfit over there. I'm like, that's how I talk. He's 90 years older than me. That's how I would talk. I'm on a podcast right now. That's how I talk half the time. What was the guy, Jackie? Do you remember the guy? He was. What's the?
Yeah, the man running the whole thing. I know him.
Yeah. Like I know Joe Biden knows that guy's name. Like I know he knows it in the deep folds of his Biden brain. He may not be able to call it out in front of a press gaggle. Am I using that right, Gen Z? But neither would I be able to do it. Do you remember the guy, Jackie? He was the son of the man from the country with the nukes. You know what I'm talking about? There's a north one. He's in the north one.
The north part of it. I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's nuts.
Always, yeah.
What's wrong with that? I don't have to. I'm pretty sure if bombs were raining down on America, which, you know, at this point, I'm willing to accept there's a chance of anything happening. That Joe Biden's not going to be sitting there on the phone going, get me the guy with the thing and the like. There's people around him. There's a phone tree. Like he probably just needs to press a button. He probably just needs to say it. Give me the guy. There's people there around him anticipating the guy he's going to need. Like when the Trump administration, it was lawyers. They were anticipating what lawyer they were going to have to call, and they ran out of them, and that's how we got Giuliani. So I'm not worried that Biden. It makes me relate to him that he can be president and not remember anybody's name. It makes me feel better about hosting a podcast and having to Google. In real time, everybody we're talking about. So thanks to you, Joe Biden, for making me feel better. Where's my $2,000?
I ain't 100% sure, but Joe Biden may even be older than me, I think.
I'm not. I'm going to tell you the truth, Jackie. We've been doing this 15 years. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Wouldn't
I won't
be
say y'all been
surprised.
the same age this whole time, but that seems unlikely somehow.
Yeah.
Plus, weren't you on a flatbed truck going to California and during the Dust Bowl?
No, not back at. I mean, no. Now I heard Granddaddy tell a story. Well, direct descent, maybe. It's all gets muddled after a while. You get up, you're lucky you could say, and I ain't saying this for Joe Biden. I don't know what his situation is. I'm sure he got better doctors to put smart stuff in him, pills or whatever. But I'm just saying, you get to be my age and none of it, it's like, oh, yeah, that. Yeah, maybe, could be. Yeah, I think so.
We got to stop doing this at some point because I can't have you, Jackie Brawls, my elder, my beloved grizzled old friend, listening to Journey in high school. We got to nip this in the bud at some point. So that's Biden. He forgets. He may have forgotten. Who cares? I mean, I don't want him to actually be, losing it in the office. I mean, how bad would he have to get before he's worse than Trump? I don't think he'd have to. I mean, he could be dead and he'd still be better than Trump. Is that Trump derangement syndrome? I think it's called common fucking sense, you assholes.
Hey, watch your mouth.
A dead body, laid out on a slab, Joe Biden embalming fluid running through his pink skin. 100%. It's not even a question. It's not even like, I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess there's some things a live president could do that. No, not if it's Trump. No, we're better off. But throwing the dirt on top of it. Like after the funeral, everybody gone, and people at the graveyard just topping him off. At that point, still better. Dead and buried for 3 years, better than Trump. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is, folks. Did we even have a president for the last 2 or 3 months when Trump was in office? Like after he lost the election, was he doing any president stuff?
He's just gathering a mob up together, if I remember correctly.
I mean, there was a pandemic. Remember, there was all that stuff going on. A lot of people dying. A lot of stuff going on. He was not doing any president stuff. So I think we were, probably better off at that point. Biden, it's hard for him to remember everybody's names. Well, the herbal essences. It smells like herbal essences.
Look, if Republicans can say, the voters knew what it was about Trump, if we knew that it, the porn star and what it said, the words they said, we knew all that when we put him in the office, then, you can't complain about it afterward. We all knew he didn't remember people's names half the time. He stammered and stuff. I mean, I know he stutters. I ain't making fun of that. I'm just saying, we knew what we were getting into when, as a Republican, when I voted for Biden, because of just what everything you just said. Yeah.
What's she? Teach Tree Tingle. I can't remember what's, she. Coconut conditioner. Need to work on a Biden.
You getting there. That was good. That's the closest I heard so far. That's good. Yeah.
I can't. I'll tell you something. I don't remember any. Like Biden, I've had trouble coming up with the names of shampoos. You remember any shampoos?
Head and Shoulders.
Yeah, that's one. I remember how it smells. Every time I snuck in your bathroom to take a whiff.
Oh, my Miss Bro was like suave.
Suave. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, suave. Well, Biden also, they passed that. Biden, I don't know who to give credit to anymore, also. It's not somebody, I knew who to give blame to. That was easy. Credit where it's due department, I don't know. Hard to say. COVID relief, American Rescue Plan. I don't even know the name of this fucking thing. $1.9 trillion.
Yeah.
Was it really still even after Manchin got done with it? Was it really?
He cut it back, but I think it's still, he didn't like put much of a dent in it, really. So why even go that far? Yeah. He only wants to get an unemployment for so long. You got to stop in September. First got to be $300, take $100 off the top, $300, and then cut it off September. Come September. That's it. Yeah.
September, can they talk about it again, or is it like that's all you get?
With him, who knows? I don't know.
Sinema, Kristen Sinema. Am I saying her name right? It sounds weird now.
Arizona, yeah.
Kristen Sinema.
So she Sinema, yeah, that's it.
They were trying to pass the $15 minimum wage. Bernie Sanders put it on the floor, made everybody vote. So you could, is that right? So you could see how they all voted.
Oh yeah,
and boy, everybody saw that. They're not holding it together.
No, it ain't gladiator. You say no.
They passed Georgia voting restriction bill today. The Republicans in Georgia make it a lot harder. You can't vote absentee anymore. How do they let you, like, can you vote absentee? Like, if you're sick, how do you get allowed to vote absentee in Georgia? Just be white?
Sound like it. Because if you ain't, you're going to need a doctor's note. You're going to need a second opinion on that. Going to be a lot of paperwork, a lot of time. And that's the main thing is it's going to take you a long time to do all these things before you can vote. And most people barely got time to go down there to vote. And I wonder why that is.
Who's going to go to two doctors to get... Who can afford it?
Well, nobody can.
Get a doctor's note. Get a doctor's note with no insurance. So now you got to stand in line. They're going to pass. That's all the Republicans got to try to just make it where nobody can vote except Republicans. But does that not hurt? Does that not keep some Republicans from voting?
I would think so. If you do all this stuff, I mean, there's a lot of Republicans that it has to, like, they're going to have to do a lot of things to change. Now, the thing is, like, whatever county it is, if there's a lot of Republicans and white people in there, you got 4 or 5 different 6 places you can go vote, whereas, in other parts of town, you got maybe 2. You add all this stuff on top of one another. That's what they're doing. Arizona about to do it, and so is New Hampshire. They're on board with this sort of thing. They're going to see what they can do to basically keep as many Americans from voting as they can, I guess.
Like I know Democrats do gerrymandering and redistricting too.
Oh yeah,
I don't feel like it's on. I've never heard Democrats try to keep Republicans from voting. They're just trying to register more Democrats. I mean, that's how bad it is. Like, if you could make it easy for black people to vote, then you'd have a lot more people voting for Democrats. I mean, that's just the way it is. Like, if that changed, I don't know if Democrats would still be out there trying to get black people to vote, but it's still hard for black people to vote. In 2021, and we're making it harder. We ain't making it easier. We're making it harder. I ain't telling y'all nothing you don't know already.
Well, yeah.
It's just getting harder and harder. They can't pass. No, there's voting legislation they could pass. They got rid of the filibuster. There's something today where Manchin said maybe they could do the filibuster if it was real hard on them to do it. Like what? Like physically?
If you got to sit there and read 600 pages or whatever, and every 15 minutes someone comes up and hits you in the gut real hard, I want to see Ted Cruz do it.
It's pages who get to do that, like interns.
Oh yeah,
or maybe like the staff who had to clean up after. I don't know who's getting punched in which area of government, but anybody who had to clean up after the attacks should be able to punch somebody in the gut if that's an option legally, and for democracy they should be allowed to punch somebody in the gut. Not like sneak up mad punch somebody in the gut, but with people watching, all above board.
You get to prepare for it. You can scrunch up, it ain't coming out of nowhere. Get you, you may want to do some sit-ups before it's time to do your filibuster, but still.
I don't know a lot about Joe Manchin, but this seems like something that would appeal to him. Somebody getting hit because of him. That seems like something he might enjoy. So maybe somebody, and if anybody listens to this, it's a senator, maybe float that up. Anybody, congressperson, anybody that talks to, anybody listen to this that knows how to get in touch with Joe Manchin?
Let him know.
Tell him.
Let him
we
know.
Don't need to have. Yeah, just let him know. We have some ideas. Like if his getting a filibuster over and done with involves us coming up with some weird endurance tests or some pain thresholds for sitting members of Congress, and let us know, we can come up with some stuff.
I want to contribute to my country.
Hey, Jackie.
Yeah.
You know who else is racist?
Everyone, I don't know who this time. Tell me, who's a new one? Or the old one we just found out about? Or the person we always suspected, and then, finally, sure. Which one of them?
Just England.
Oh, yeah, England. That's right. I don't keep up with the royals too much, but basically this young lady and married the prince, she basically gave England one of those good old Jerry Lee Lewis hollers.
The whole thing could have just been called England Can Kiss My Ass.
Yeah. I'll let that cussing go because that's a great Jerry Lee Lewis portrayed by the great Dennis Quaid classic line movie that, those are, you just barely able to let that go, but I do, yeah.
Is Dennis Quaid a Republican?
I don't know. It's something. Somebody said he made a commercial or something about COVID. They did it for Trump, and then he come out and said, "Well, how am I supposed to know?" Whatever, blah blah. So who the hell knows? I don't know. For a day he was, and then the next day he wasn't. I don't know.
It's true. It's hard to keep up. It is hard to keep up. I'm trying to do less news listening now. I've mean, I do have this news.
I think it's showing. I mean, I think people, they know.
I think, I don't know if I had to spell it out. That reminds me of talking about Dennis Quaid being a Republican. I've been meaning to say this for a long time. I was going to tweet it out, but I'll just say it out loud to you people. Tell me what you think if this is a possible tweet. Moonlighting. Let me get this straight. Moonlighting was 80% workplace harassment and 20% a Republican singing R&B. I think I could get something started with that. I could cancel Moonlighting.
Say grums, gold and white coolers.
It's wet and it's dry. My.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Seagrams.
Gold and white. We're doing it. We're doing it now. I knew it was going to happen. You just let it happen naturally. Seagrams.
Seagrams.
Gold and white cooler. It's wet and it's dry. Yeah.
My.
You did that. You get that my part down. That's good. Yeah.
Should I get a harmonica?
No. Everybody, Jackie Bros is still on here.
Lap daddies, done heads,
dumb heads, all your dumb heads.
Okay, that doesn't work, and neither is the lap thing. Honestly, I'm just gonna start all over and come up. I'm just gonna, the thing I can't just jump in and wing it like this. I gotta sit down with a notebook, a pad and paper, and just write it out and come up with here pros and cons of every name and really think it through and maybe test market it a little bit, but just maybe go drive around and yell at people out the window like, hey, do you like this name for my fans or something, just to really,
man,
I can't just say, oh, I'm going to jump in and do it. No, this just come to my head. That's not how people listen to podcasts. Podcasts take... Some people's podcasts take 2 or 3 hours to make.
You know that it takes me at least a month to learn a new name when you change it. And you're changing it every 2 weeks. I ain't supposed to remember none of daddies and llama damas. I can't remember all that. You just need to keep one.
I'm not Wolfman Jack.
Now that I remember, that's a good one. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, that's true. He did.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, he really had it going on. Fuck. Well, shit. All right. Well, fuck. I just come up. I don't know. Next time I'll be, hey, Wimpies and olive oils or something like that. Or, hey, everybody, ducks and gizzards.
Well, you say snakes and gate. I like the snake in the gate. I just soon as I start to like that one, then it's llama, hockey, or whatever. I just get one and keep it instead of changing it all the damn time. And nobody's going to learn to like any of them.
Did you say llama hockeys?
Whatever all the names was.
That's pretty good. Llama hockey. Llamas and hockeys. Folks, thanks for still listening to the Red State Update podcast. This is me and Jackie on here coming to you, letting you know that if you are someone who likes to go to the website patreon.com and give money to people, we are some of the people on there that you can give money to. And we're not just begging for it and not giving you nothing in return. We are people who give you you give us $5 and we give you 20 minutes, 20 extra minutes with Jackie Bros and Dunlap. That's the podcast you get every week for free if you go over to patreon.com, a website that lets you give money to people. not the one for people who are sick or whose businesses get burnt down. That's a website. This is the website that lets you give people money every week if they have a podcast you like or maybe a comic book. That's patreon.com/Red State Update. Go over there. Who knows what we'll talk about in this week's 20 Extra Minutes, although before we started doing this one, we were talking about the lyrics to All My Rowdy Friends Are Coming Over Tonight and wondering how we could turn that into a song about vaccinations. We're not going to turn it into a song, but we might look at the video on 20 Extra Minutes because we couldn't remember what all happened in the classic Hank Williams Jr. song, All My Rowdy Friends Are Coming Over Tonight. That might be what happens, but more than likely we'll get off on a tangent about Les Nessman. That's 20 Extra Minutes with Jackie Broles and Dunlap, the podcast you get when you give us $5 or more a month over at Patreon. How was that?
Oh, Les Nessman.
Funny.
A bad date on him everywhere. Well, not only do we need that extra special love and attention that you give us with money, we also need $25. That's from me. It's from Dunlap. Added up, that's $50 from two local Murfreesboro sponsors that we have here in the Tennessee Murfreesboro area, Rutherford County area, sometime a little bit further out, but mostly it's going to be right there. Rutherford County going to be right there in Murfreesboro. It gets a little off toward the side, but it's always in Murfreesboro. That's right. So I got a good sponsor that I have to clear some things up from last week. And give me a minute here because there's a lot of confusion that happened. Now, somehow somebody, I don't get on the computer, but somehow somebody took the information about Gentleman Jim's two shots for 2 shots, which is if you had your 2 shots, you go down to Gentleman Jim's 2. We standard, the ambiance doesn't, shun you or move you. If you go down there, you get 2 shots of your choice, probably the whale, what they got down there, but you get 2 shots of that. Bring proof that you've been vaccinated, had your 2 shots. Simple enough, I thought it was anyway. But people pass this information on the computer, on the phones, and it gets somewhere. So now people were going down to Gentleman's Jim's 2 to get 2 shots. But they were going there to get vaccinated, that was not the place, or at least we didn't think it was until they showed up. So I guess there were people there getting vaccinated. Now, we don't understand how they were there already or they just showed up and said, y'all want to get vaccinated? Sure, here, I got a little extra. Let me give it to you. But some of it did happen.
What? There was a doctor, like a licensed medical... or at least somebody from Walmart.
A nurse, a Walmart grader, a nurse, a Dr. One.
This sounds a lot like the doctor from Cannonball Run.
Well, I didn't say that. They say it, but I
said it. I said by it.
Hey, I don't know the full story of it. But people did get vaccinated somehow, but they want me to
I have a
now,
prediction.
Why?
My prediction for those people who got vaccinated at Gentleman Jim's 2, was it 2 or 1?
It's 2.
They got vaccinated at Gentleman Jim's 2. They're going to be sicker. They're going to be sicker than anybody has been. It's not going to be with COVID. I don't know what was put into their bodies. Maybe if they're regulars at Gentleman Jim's 2, they've built up some sort of immunity to disease. So I guess that's possible. Maybe, I don't know who it was but if it's just a regular person off the street walked into Gentleman Jim's 2, they're already in trouble. They're already going to get infected.
Don't start saying things like that. Somebody just walked in off the street. Look, we are asking everybody that's been down to Jim and Jim's too, that if you got vaccinated, tell us as much as you can about the man or woman that vaccinated you there that day. And just they want to get this information. You can call Gentleman Jim's too, or you can just give it straight to the Rutherford County Police. Whichever one you want to call. But we need to get to the bottom of it. But I think people said they think they're all right. But far be it from me.
That's not reassuring.
Well, let's make it clear from here on out. You cannot get vaccinated at Gentleman Jim's too. Just that time. It was only that one time by accident. And, whether it worked out for you or didn't, it was just that one time. So they're just going back to Gentleman Jim's, 2 shots for 2 shots. If you go get your second shot, go down there, they're going to give you 2 shots. Like I said, most people older, one's all you're going to need. You go, especially, you got it, if all you had was oatmeal or, yogurt in the morning.
So that's Gentleman Jim's 2's. Wait, is that it?
No, I was trying to clear. I said before I was going to clear something up, didn't I? That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, I thought that was it, but I didn't think you did a good job at it. I thought it just got more convoluted.
No, I said exactly what I was supposed to say. This is the running thing for Gentleman Jim's 1 right now. And to hear me out, this is a deal that they got going. And let me make absolutely clear, in this special deal they got going, an actual vaccination is not any part of it. You cannot get vaccinated at Gentleman Jim's 1. Although, if I had my choice to get vaccinated at one of them, I'd rather get vaccinated at Gentleman Jim's 1. I'll say it right now, even though they ain't doing it. If I had my choice, one's a little more sanitary.
Oh, it's like a dream compared to the other one.
Well, this is a special there, and we know about the differences. And let hear me out here. This is, believe it or not, 3 shots for 3 shots. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't stop. Let me explain it now. If you, your spouse, and adult child or caretaker have had your full vaccinations, get on down to Gentleman Jim 1. You will have 20 minutes at their finest booth, and you will be presented with your 3 shots of your choice. And, of course, they got real stuff there, Gentleman Jim's 1. You see it, right? It ain't in the way. It's up on the shelf. So just letting you know. That's a pretty good deal. So if you, your spouse, and your adult child or caretaker are all vaccinated up, you all good to go. Get down there now. They want support. They want people to get out and get vaccinated. They're trying to help and do their little part. Get down to Gentleman Jim 2 for 3 shots for 3 shots.
Wait a minute. Can you... I have some questions. Can you go down there if it's just 2 people in your family and get 3 shots?
Why are you going to make me say this over and over again? Did you not hear what I said? You, your spouse, and adult child, or caretaker. There's 3. 3 shots, 3 shots.
But that's a very specific... Like, what if I live with several small children? Can I bring them in there and then get all the 3 shots for myself?
No, you can't take a child into a bar, especially a place that's classy. No.
It is classy.
In comparison, you know what I mean. Now, Gentleman Jim's 2, sadly, I have seen children there. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be, Lord knows, but I have seen it.
I've seen one born there.
Good Lord.
You remember that? They didn't clean that up for a long time.
All right. I didn't go down there. I didn't know nothing about that.
Remember, they finally got the inside hose. That's when they started the inside hose.
Is that what started it? Good God.
Yeah. Remember Chloe had twins?
I thought it was just build up for 20 years or how long. I didn't know.
Yeah, but they was, on top of that, birth. On top of that.
I don't want to talk about that. I didn't know about it. I don't want to talk about it. No.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What if you don't have a caretaker and you don't have an adult child, but you do have somebody coming from the gym who led you in workouts in your bubble.
Now
bring
listen,
them?
You're going to be but I shouldn't have to explain this to you. It's all COVID's doing. Now listen, obviously if it's you, your spouse, and an adult child caretaker that still probably lives or, mingles with the family on a regular basis, you all could be there unmasked. You all had the vaccination. Now, if you say your buddy just got vaccinated the other day, I'm going to take him down there. No, you need to. Do y'all live together now? What kind of buddies are you? I'm not passing no judgment, but let me know. This, yes, we're all right, then fine. So it can go that way. But it's real specific. You got to be in the same household. So you don't give COVID all over a day. It's James 1. How you ain't going to get it all in there?
Can you bring your parent?
Your what?
I'm an adult child. I live with my granny. Could me and my granny go down there? And one of her boyfriends, would that work?
Does he live there? First off, no. Because
he might as well.
You don't live there really, because she don't let you come upstairs. So you certainly since COVID, I know it was before that too. You ain't ever shared the same space since all this started. I know that. So no, y'all two could not come together.
Let me tell you something. She is not looking forward. I think she got the vaccine and she's lying to me about it.
Yeah.
Because she's acting like very upset about the possibility of this pandemic ending. She says that she's going to keep all the barriers up between my part of the house, which is the basement and the sub basement, and the rest of the house where she lives and entertains her many gentlemen callers. So I don't feel good about that. I see a lot of people online who talk about their grandmothers who they love, which I love. I love Granny, but I feel like they get more love in return. And maybe I've pushed things further than I should have over the years. And maybe a lot of people seem to have taken this past year to reevaluate what's important in life and what shit they're going to put up with. And maybe I've pushed her too far over the years, but I'm her grandchild. And if I want to take her and what's his stupid name? Steve. If I want to take Steve and Granny, and first of all, Steve ain't that much older than me. And I hear him stomping around upstairs. So I don't know if he got vaccinated or not, but I know he's here enough that he might as well be on the lease or whatever the hell I don't think it's cool that Steve blows in here during a pandemic, taking advantage of an older lady. Obviously, they were not following social distancing protocols because her bedroom, these vents, I might as well have my ear up to the door. I don't like hearing none of that. All
right. I don't want to hear this. Look, if you and Granny and Steve all got vaccinated at the same time, and I know you ain't got yours yet, if y'all got vaccinated all at the same time, and it was 2 weeks after how long it works or what, I'll find out when they finally stick me, then y'all should be, okay to go. I think.
Okay, so I can get in. Okay, so it's not as strict as you make it out to be. There's a few.
You got to live at the same place, and y'all got to have your shots at the same time. We still don't know whether people, if you get the shot, it can still give it. There's a chance of that. That's the reason. We don't know a lot. That's hard to get vaccinated, keep your mask on. Who knows?
Well, let me tell you something. I ain't going nowhere with Steve. Steve can fuck off.
Hey, I don't want to hear that, and he don't either. And anybody does.
I did get vaccinated, and out by the dumpster at Bojangles.
Where?
Out by the dumpster at Bojangles. It was delicious.
You just said. You were questioning where the gentleman, I know one serves alcohol, one don't, but still, one's in the dumpster. What kind of vaccine you getting?
It was by the dumpster, and they put it in a chicken biscuit.
All right.
And them biscuits are delicious.
No.
So I'd say look, everybody, like Fauci said, and I believe this is a direct quote, it don't matter where you get vaccinated or how much you pay to get it done. I paid $76 for this chicken biscuit from Steve. I've been vaccinated a few different times. I have a loose network of friends who have hooked me up in dumpsters, loading docks, places where they stomp the cardboard down behind grocery stores.
No, just shut your mouth.
And I just want to make sure that I'm healthy, and I'm lucky I got so many friends looking after me. So I paid $76 to Fresh Chicken, who works at Bojangles. He got hired just because of his name. I said, "You gonna put your nickname on the damn resume?" He said, "All I'm putting on the resume is my fucking nickname."
All right.
I said, "You're a fool, Fresh Chicken." And he called me up and said, "Hey, guess who works at Bojangles?" I said, "Who?" He said, "Fresh Chicken." I said, "Shit, I guess you're smarter than I am. Hell." And then he called me up after that and said, "Hey, you got $76? I'll get you vaccinated again." People around town are like really looking after me because I've got so many friends and acquaintances and people I don't even know texting me saying, "Hey, I heard you want to get vaccinated again." I said, "Yeah." Fauci said get vaccinated as many times as you can. If you're paying under $100, you're doing pretty good. And they said, "Oh, you'll come, meet me behind the Scary Hardee's." I said, "All right, I'll see you there." I said, "I only got $30. And then they put, I could tell they had the hand over the phone. And then they said, "That's good." So I'm feeling, but I will tell you something. I would not get vaccinated at Gentleman Jim's too. So that is a step too far.
All right. It's just pitiful that you said all that out loud.
I was on a roll.
You ain't dead. You don't know what the hell's wrong.
I am lucky I ain't dead. That's true. I say that all the time. People tell me that too. Doctors. People just passing me by on the street.
I just did right then.
Jackie, my friend Jackie. Have you ever met Jackie? He's old as hell, man. All right. So what are we doing? Are we done? Wrap it up. Wrap it up. I'm getting the wrap it up signal. Oh, I got to do my sponsor. Jackie, what, are we done with your sponsor?
Where's the signal at? I don't say nothing.
They're telling us, hold on. Yeah, I'm being told we need to wrap it up.
Who is?
Huh?
I can't hear them. Are they on the ear thing?
Yeah, they're telling you to try to do a better job.
Who are they?
Huh? The podcast people, the podcast police.
Well, don't get me in no kind of. Can they hear me? I guess everybody can if you got a computer. Don't get me in none of this. You tell them I ain't got nothing to do with it. I just talk on it.
We just need to make sure we pay for our license before next week.
Well,
so I'm going to need another $30.
Well, you do your 25 sponsor now, and then we'll talk. Maybe I can.
Well, that's already spent.
No.
I got to pay the police
all right.
something. They take their cut just like everybody else.
I'm liable to call your sponsor and tell them that we ain't going to have them on here because you threw the money in the street or whatever the hell else you did with it.
Well, good luck finding them, Jackie. Good luck finding my sponsor, Stug Roombatussin. Folks, we've been talking on here last couple of weeks about Stug Roombatussin. It was some good news, or at least it wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad of news. Stug Roombatussin down at Roombatussin Family Farms. You know them, Jackie. They've been farming for a long time now, years and years and years and years, right? You remember the Roomatussins when you was just a little
I know who they are. We talked about him last week before.
He is one of the younger Roomatussins. He won the Tennessee 30-something Farmers Association Tractors Paragraph Contest. The Tennessee 30-something Farmers Association Free Tractor Paragraph Contest. He won a free tractor with his paragraph about how farming's in his blood and it's hard times, family, keep going. Before you knew it, he'd written a whole paragraph. And he won. Have you ever heard of the Tracto Field Eliminator 2000? Well, he won the Tracto Field Eliminator.
But it didn't really win it. They just get to ride it or use it for a little while.
That's true. You only get it's 70 hours of tractoring or 5 months of tractoring.
Yeah.
Well, he blew through that real fast. And I seen him and I said, man, you riding this tractor all around town. How many hours you at now? He said 160.
Wow.
I would have said, shit, man, the Tracto Field Eliminator people are going to come take that back. I mean, you just want a chance to buy it, to borrow it with a chance to buy it, which is pretty good for a poor old farmer, right? Poor old farmer. What else could they want?
Yeah.
But he's just been riding around and listening to he gets his phone jacked into it. He says, I can't stop riding around this tractor. You've seen him probably. You don't get out much these days. Where you been in the past year?
You know I've been down here.
I ain't seen you around like I used to.
Yeah.
He has been riding this tractor around town, just cruising, bumping it, blasting speakers. You remember how you used to play all that music so loud when I was a little kid, make me cry? You used to play All My Exes Live in Texas and Bobby Sue. You remember that?
Bow, bow, bow.
We should just end it right now. But he has been driving around town, and they've been looking for him everywhere. And he was trying to raise the money to buy the tractor from them. Like, they give him a chance to buy it, but he didn't have the money yet because he was trying to raise money by building the world's largest cornbread man.
And I like a lot of people, some ideas that your friends or you have I do not approve of it. It's a waste of, but that is something that I know a lot of people, personally, I know a lot of people in the community, that could turn out to be something. I'd come out to see it, a giant corn. I want to see that,
And I think last week we were just talking about it, and it had just gotten a little bit away from him. The planning had gotten a little away from him. It had gotten a little too complicated. It was a little too much. It was something that just, oh boy, he's just a poor old farmer, He's a Tennessee 30-something Farmers Association winner of the Free Tractor Paragraph Contest, Stug Rumbatus. He is not somebody who can conceive of, conceptualize to plan out a gigantic baked tourist attraction hidden from the public so that you can't just get a free peek going down the highway. It just was involving too many different players. You had to talk to the defense contractors with the invisibility. It was just too much, Jackie. It was too much. And all the demands that you were putting on him, like, well, is it a old King Kong sized foot, or is it a new King Kong sized foot?
Yeah.
I mean, I asked him all the questions, and he just he couldn't handle it. He said, I got to get out of here.
This is stuff he should know about if you're going to, because again, you get the germ of a brilliant idea here. All the reason I'm asking these questions is for help him narrow it down for his benefit.
Well, he couldn't handle it, man. I said, where you going? He said, I got to get in this tractor and drive. So he just got off. He going down the highway. And those tractors, they're brand new. Some of them got Bluetooth, not his. He has to jack right in. But they don't go that fast. I mean, there's always a line of cars behind him. And he's just driving around town nonstop trying to avoid the Tracto Field Eliminator repo men. And his wife, Shelly's, he got her out there still trying to figure out this cornbread, and she's just making cornbread and like taping it together. I mean, she's trying the best she can, but it ain't her. She didn't want nothing to do with this in the first place. And she's like, if I knew Jackie Bros was going to stir this mess up,
that ain't fair for her to have to do it. I didn't ask about that. If he runs off, those are his responsibilities. They shouldn't fall on to her.
And listen, I tell you what, she doesn't even know. She's just building it in the backyard right now. And birds eating most of it. Squirrels, deer, everything coming out eating this damn cornbread. They got damn wildlife sanctuary back there.
You've got to spray, you got to shellac it or somehow, because that's common sense right there. They going up the squirrel, bird definitely, and all others before you know it. Yeah.
I told her that, and she's like, it doesn't seem right. I spent all this time making food to nourish,
but
to give life. And then, so at this point, there's so many animals back there. She's basically just making a tray of cornbread, letting it cool, and handing out the window like a raccoon takes it, and they just all divide it up like fucking Dr. Doolittle. She's losing it. She's just spending all her money that's coming in, and people are donating. They don't know that Stug is on the lam and that Shelley's making cornbread for animals. They're still giving the money. I feel kind of bad talking about it right now. I mean, the thing about Shelley is she's kind of happy. She's got a purpose. She's got a bunch of new friends. This is much better than farming to her.
All right.
And Stug riding around his tractor, he says that's better than farming too.
Well, they going to put him in jail when they get him.
Well, they got to catch him first, which will be easy, honestly.
If they had the convoy of them, I mean, when they, how they did it in convoy, protect each other, couldn't get all the trucks at once. If they had a bunch of people in tractors, just had enough of the world and want to get out there and, but
that's a good idea.
No, I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying,
I should tell him that. I'm going to tell Shelley to tell him. The only way you can talk to him now is on the Tennessee 30-something Farmers Association Facebook page, which, funny enough, is not the Tennessee 30-something Farmers Association where he won the tractor from their paragraph contest. It's an association of farmers who enjoy the television show 30-something. So he gets on that Facebook group and it's just updating them. They enjoy hearing it. At first they were like, if it ain't about Michael or Hope, Stug, you need to start your own Facebook group. But Stug said, I remember that show. And also, let me tell you what's happening to me. I'm on the run from the Tracto Field Eliminator Company. And they said, it's more interesting than 30-something. So he's got quite a following on there. So if you want to get on there, and they're most of the people that are funding his wife's animal cornbread. I was going to call it a scheme, but it's a bold word for somebody just feeding animals cornbread.
I think I got a Facebook somewhere in this computer, but I don't know how to group it if I go to it, if I can get it up,
Oh, well, let me ask the podcast police. I think they can probably help you with that.
No, you're going to tell them something else. Don't do that.
They just need some of your passwords and like your bank account information, and they can hook it up for you.
No.
Let me write it down.
No.
Shh, Jackie, shh. All right, I'm getting it from him, okay? Give me 1 second. Okay, Jackie, go ahead with those numbers.
Shut your mouth.